Hello, my name is Cristin Kovacs. I am an artist in residence here with the Keeley Healing Arts program at Carilion Clinic. Welcome and thank you for being a part of our Healer Circle activity. In this video, I will provide you with some ways in which you can approach an art project of mandala making. I encourage you to use this creative time to trust your authentic, intuitive self as the artist who is in control of your creative process and who wants to approach this work in the ways that feel honest and good for you. This activity is not about the final product. It's more about how the experience makes you feel and what surprises or delights you might have because of your engagement with the art making. So before you begin creating, if this is available to you, you may wish to establish a relaxing space that invites you to create with a bit more ease. So perhaps you put on some music that is speaking to you in the moment. Maybe you light a candle or close your eyes and focus on your breath before beginning. Once you have your environment ready, you are ready to begin. But before we get into the demo, I wanted to touch on the word mandala. So the word mandala means sacred circle in Sanskrit. The unity, the interconnectedness, the wholeness and continuum of its shape, the circle. There is no end, right? No beginning. Perhaps you reflect on the shape and what it might mean for you. There are many types of approaches to mandala making, and here we are going to focus on making a healing mandala. So the hope is that the creative experience offers you a sense of calm, maybe contemplative, maybe even brings you into a meditative state. And the approach to making the work is simple. Let the art making process be intuitive. Let it lead you and trust that guide. You can't do this wrong. So, like I said, I will offer a demo to use as a reference point with some suggestions about the art materials, but please trust yourself during this process and create freely from your heart. So, let's begin. So, inside your mandala kit, you will find oil pastels, a notebook, a pencil, and a circle for tracing, if that's what you prefer. Or if that's what you choose. I tend to like to use more of a free-forming organic approach. But you find a center point that works for you, and then you just begin working outwards. In making these mandalas, you want to consider repetition with variation. So often mandalas are made with many geometric shapes. I encourage you to look at some sand mandalas that monks make in the Buddhist and Hindu culture, which are just phenomenal. But this is entirely yours, and you can use a ruler if you want to be that specific, or you could just trust that your heart and your hand and your mind know the way. I am using a pencil, as you can see, to begin. You don't have to approach the project in that way either. You could just begin with your oil pastels. I really enjoy using a mixed media approach. You can use a pen, a marker, colored pencils, crayons, paint, watercolor, if you choose. So see how I'm doing. If I do a circle here, I want to just kind of continue that, and I could change it, right? I could change it into a square, But just think about balance, right? Kind of what you do at one starting point. You might want to continue with some uniformity or not, right? Or you choose to have asymmetry, which can be very fantastic and also very satisfying. Okay, now I am going to begin adding some color. And there are some fun, I would encourage you to kind of play with the materials before you create, if you'd like. But there are just some fun ways in which oil pastels kind of blend and smudge. If you, press down really hard, there's a gorgeous rich color, but you can also kind of smudge around the edges. Another fun thing is you can kind of inscribe. So here I'm using just the end of a paintbrush, and you can make marks over the color, the oil pastel, and here I am going to just kind of play and trust. Normally, I begin from the center, but sometimes you can hop around. And often with these, it's a little tough to do some fine detail. So that's where colored pencils would be really wonderful to add as an addition. But see, I'm going to kind of outline this rich red, and I want it to be smudgy, so I'm just going to use my finger to blend. Trace around. And now typically I would say that, you're done when you feel a sense of completion. I would stop your circle before it goes off the edge, so there's a sense of wholeness within the circle, but you could also, if you choose, extend to make your circles going off the edge and kind of radiating. That might look interesting, and the best thing about art is you can try something, and if you don't like it, you can learn from it and then try again or try a different technique. So now I would continue going, keep going until I felt finished. I will show you a couple other demos that I have done here, as I have been kind of playing. This is pen and colored pencil. This is oil pastel and pen and colored pencil. Oil pastel, pencil, graphite, marker, and oil pastel. So there are many ways in which you can experiment and play. I hope that you have fun and benefit from this experience. Thank you.